This is the L2C Media Network. Well, what are you going to say, Steve? I say this. He's inspiring. And I think he has what it takes. Now, we're not going to say any more because we got a sports show tonight. And I got a lot of stuff to get off my chest. All right. Live from the Tom O'Neill Memorial Studios on the fourth floor of the Park Forest apartment complex. The L2C Media Network is proud to present Steve's Sporty Balls. I'm Franklin Pangborn, sitting in for Yvonne Stuttgart. And here he is, our president of sports, Steve, the Baxman Baxman. Hi, everyone. Eating my cereal right now, so. Hope y'all had a nice weekend. We're back on the air after a Sunday that was, say it most, filled with hysteria and made us all, um, well, made us all think. And as I said last night, we as a nation have got to tone down the rhetoric. We cannot afford to turn this country into Venezuela while the lunatics run the asylum. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, we're not a news channel. But I do want to say this. I'm proud to be an American, and I know who I'm going to vote for. And with that said, welcome to our wide world of sports. By the way, I'm loving my bed. I'm loving it. I got to make the bed up, though. Beyond that, um, I'm still using my air mattress, but now that I have another mattress, um, I I love how I'm sleeping, which is bizarre, but mm, mm, at least I can sleep. I don't have to worry about things. So happiness, I am. Mm. Okay, let's get to the big story in sports, which is what in the hell happened at Copa America. The 2024 Copa America held in the United States was plagued by one organizational failure after another, culminating with safety concerns at Hard Rock Stadium during Sunday's final between Argentina and Colombia, as officials failed to grapple with ticketless fans who breached security checkpoints before the delayed start of the match. The chaos in Miami Gardens on Sunday came just days after Uruguay players began a brawl with Colombia fans in the stands after their semifinal at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. And after a long string of complaints directed towards tournament organizers, the long list of grievances include poor pitches, disorganization, and spaces for accredited media and high ticket prices have meant several stadiums had empty seats despite hosting one of the biggest soccer events in the world. The chaos forces questions about who's responsible for such disorganization. And while the answer is not straightforward, some things are more clear cut than others. CONMEBOL, South America's soccer governing body, bears much of the responsibility as tournament organizers usually have the burden of ensuring everything runs smoothly, security included. However, CONMEBOL released a statement pointing the finger at Hard Rock Stadium. Quote, in this situation, CONMEBOL, why do you do? Come on, get it back. Get it back. Oh, Lordy. Come on. Come on, we got to do the story. We started, we finish it, and I can enjoy my little pitch here. All right, come on. Boom, 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 boom. And there we go again. Now, thank you. Uh, let's see. Trying to CONMEBOL, South Africa, had the burden of ensuring everything runs smoothly, security included. However, CONMEBOL released a statement pointing the finger at Hard Rock Stadium. You just stay right where you are, teleprompter. Quote, in this situation, CONMEBOL was subject to the decisions made by the Hard Rock Stadium authorities according to the contractual responsibilities established for security operations. In addition to the preparations determined in this contract, CONMEBOL recommended to these authorities the procedures proven in events of this magnitude which were not taken into account. While there are some lessons to be learned in time for the 2026 FIFA World Cup in the U.S., it is unlikely there'll be a repeat of such an event in 2 years' time. Now, the explainer on the Copa America chaos and a glance at who might be blamed for the dysfunction. Swarms of ticketless fans were able to show up to the entrance gates of Hard Rock Stadium on Sunday, something that is not the case at FIFA-sanctioned tournaments and other high-profile soccer events, including the UEFA European Championships and even Premier League games. At those events, there are usually several checkpoints for fans to pass through before they even show up at the gates, weeding out anyone without a ticket. Those checkpoints will take place in the area surrounding a stadium, something Hard Rock Stadium, the most large American stadiums, does not lack, with large parking lots surrounding the venue. The responsibility of setting up those checkpoints would fall on the organizers who did not do so at multiple Copa America venues. Ticketless fans initially burst through the gates and evaded ticket checks, which is why officials chose to close gates nearly as soon as they opened and keep them closed for around an hour and a half, despite CONMEBOL's claims that stadium officials were responsible. It is unclear who made that call, though. Staff from CONMEBOL were on the ground and had a say, as did Hard Rock Stadium staff and officials from the Miami-Dade Police Department. Staff from CONCACAF, North American Soccer's governing body, were also reportedly at Hard Rock Stadium, but a spokesperson denied that they had anything to do with organizing the event. The same is true as it pertains to the decision to let fans in without checking tickets, only to check them later once everyone had made it inside the stadium. The official word is that the decision not to check tickets was made to avoid further chaos, but again, it's not known who made that call. Additionally to the chaos before the game, it's worth pointing out that Ramon Jesuran, president of the Colombia Federation, and his son Ramon Jamal Jerusalem were arrested by the Miami-Dade Police Department hours after his national team lost to Argentina in the Copa America final. An incident inside the stadium, Jesuran is facing 3 felony counts of battery on a specified official or employee. On Wednesday, Uruguay players ventured into the stands shortly after their semifinal defeat to Colombia to fight a group of opposition supporters near the pitch. Players like Darwin Nunez were seen throwing punches, while others were spotted throwing objects in the brawl. CONMEBOL has opened up an investigation, but has since not commented or issued a punishment on the matter before Uruguay's third-place game against Canada. Uruguay's Jose Maria Jimenez said they engaged in a fight because Colombia fans were bothering the players' loved ones, who were also sitting in that section. Jimenez said there was not one single policeman in that section to protect family members, highlighting one of the biggest security concerns at the Copa America. Ensuring security is in place to protect players, families, and fans is a collaborative effort between tournament organizers and local officials, but CONMEBOL should bear a significant amount of responsibility for this too. How about U.S. Soccer's responsibility, or lack thereof? The tournament was hosted on U.S. soil for the first time since 2016, when the Copa America went without incident, much like many other major sporting events in the country. There are a lot of reasons this year's turned out differently. First, organizers had more time to plan the 2016 event than the 2024 event. The U.S. won the rights to host Copa America Centenario, a one-off to celebrate the competition's 100th anniversary in May of 2014, 2 years before games began. This time around, Ecuador was originally supposed to host the competition as part of CONMEBOL's regular host rotation, but the country declined to do so in November 22 because of infrastructure issues. The U.S. subsequently expressed interest in hosting the Copa America and won the rights in 2023, less than a year and a half before the tournament kicked off. The decision to bring the tournament back to the U.S. came with a major organizational shift, too. The 2015 FIFA corruption case, in which 14 people were later indicted in connection to an investigation by the FBI and the IRS's Criminal Investigation Division, by the FBI, jeopardized the 2016 Copa America from an operational standpoint, according to ESPN. Several officials from both CONMEBOL and CONCACAF were arrested amid collusion between the executives of both confederations, and so U.S. Soccer, along with Soccer United Marketing, or SUM, the marketing arm of Major League Soccer, opted to assume the financial and organizational risk of hosting the tournament, including the overhead cost. U.S. Soccer ended up signing favorable contracts with CONMEBOL and made around $75 million in the process. Officials did not want to relinquish that type of money, CONMEBOL officials, that is, upon their return to the U.S. this year, and so opted to handle the financial and organizational obligations, paying U.S. Soccer $10 million to essentially sanction the event. U.S. Soccer will also collect 5% from ticket sales and is expected to make between $20 and $25 million through this summer's Copa America. As a result, U.S. soccer has little to nothing to do with Copa America from an organizational perspective. What about the 2026 World Cup, you may ask? Well, as determined organizers, FIFA will take charge of the event in 2026, as is typically the case for World Cups and other tournaments they sanction. U.S. soccer is expected again not to play a big role in operations for the World Cup. Recent editions of the World Cup have been staged without a hitch, and the 2026 edition is expected to follow in that trend, at least we hope. The biggest concerns could be around stadium officials and policing, especially if they had a lot of responsibility to bear for closing the gates on Sunday and forcing thousands of fans to wait in tight quarters on a hot and humid day in Miami Gardens. FIFA's standard practice, having multiple security checkpoints before fans can even approach stadium gates, though, should eliminate a repeat of Sunday's events. Oh joy, oh rapture, yes. So there's at least one segment. Meanwhile, the home run derby is in progress. And already we've had a situation. And we got to talk about it. The 2024 Home Run Derby is taking place as we speak at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Like every other sporting event in the country, it was preceded by the national anthem. The singer, four-time Grammy nominee and country singer Ingrid Andress, good get for MLB, right? I mean, right? With all due respect to Miss Andress, who is wonderfully talented and is surely a delightful country singer, her rendition of the Star Spangled Banner was not good. But I'm sorry, but it wasn't. We're all thinking it, and it has to be said. The video, we can't show it, so our apologies, but you'll be able to see the video. Not great. Nothing unites the masses quiet like a butchered national anthem. Of course, the internet had jokes, but we don't have time to say them. Now, Andress, 32, broke through with her single More Hearts Than Mine in 2019 and her studio albums Ladylike and Good Person. She's open on tours, including Keith Urban's 2022 The Speed of Now World Tour, and headlined some of her own. Her father, Brad Andress, was a strength and conditioning coach with the Detroit Tigers, Colorado Rockies, New York Mets, and the University of Michigan. I sincerely wish, and so do we all, wish Miss Andress all the success in the world. Hopefully Monday's national anthem exposes millions to her music, if not to her renditions of the Star Spangled Banner. In the National Football League, Caleb Williams is still unsigned on the eve of training camp. That's right, we're getting close to football, both college and the pros. So let's offer you that, shall we? Rookies are set to report to the Chicago Bears training camp in 2 days, but the Bears have a problem. Neither first overall pick Caleb Williams nor the 9th overall pick Rome Odunze have been signed. That's not bothering Williams at the point. I'm not handling that, said Williams via the Chicago Tribune on Saturday. My lawyers and attorney and everybody, the head of the Bears, everybody up there, up top is handling that. That's not my position that I'm handling. Good point. However, the NFL Players Association is showing that Williams doesn't have an NFLPA certified agent, which means that he himself is required by union rules to negotiate directly with the Bears. This shouldn't end being a huge deal because dollar amounts are slotted by draft spot. But there are different ways Williams could negotiate for when he gets paid his signing bonus. Activities that will void guaranteed money, and if Chicago will receive some cap relief for guaranteed money if and when a player is released or signs with a different squad. Once again, just like they were twice in the first 10 picks of the 24 NFL draft, the Bears are back on the clock. Okay. Okay, in college football, we do report, we do decide. Yes, indeed. And here we are. Here we go. Go, go, go. The Pac 12 held a media day last week disguised as a cocktail party. The event, labeled After Hours with the Beavs and the Cougs, was equal parts maudlin, inspiring, prep rally, and Irish wait. There was an open bar with finger foods. There was an inspirational three-part film entitled Welcome to the Fight, centered on conference holdovers Oregon State and Washington State. There was a past and future theme with former greats from both programs. Participating folks cried or came damn close to it. Pac-12 Commissioner Teresa Gould said, quote, "We are drinking tonight during the event. And I would venture to say that if anybody has earned the right to drink, it's the Pac-12, okay?" Former Washington State quarterback Jack Thompson said of the league's dissolution, quote, "I was pissed, frankly." Ryan Leaf said of the departed Pac-12 schools, quote, "They're going to come scrambling back," end quote. There's an unwritten rule to lure media. If you offer free food and drink, you get coverage. That's less of an issue than when the two programs ultimately land after being the only Pac 12 schools left out during the last round of realignment. That's after a combined 214 years as Pac 12 members. Now, the future is uncertain, but the prevailing thought has been the Beavers and Cougars will end up as Mountain West members by 2026 when the new college football playoff contract begins. On the surface, it does make sense for the best group of five conference to take in the last two Power Five schools remaining from the realignment chaos. But after a week of speaking to industry sources during various media days, there seems to be a momentum toward the Mountain West cooling on inclusion of Oregon State and Washington State. Such a move has been portrayed as expansion, a merger, or reverse merger, although it's hard to envision who reverse merges with whom. The Mountain West has a scheduling agreement with both teams for the 24 season, but with a mutual option to continue the partnership in 25. I was making a Mountain West option because it's becoming clear the conference doesn't necessarily need or even want the Beavers and Cougars on a full-time membership basis. Gould said, quote, "I don't know if the Mountain West thinks they need these two schools, honestly. I would imagine if and when those conversations ever take place, it's going to be based in part on the economics of the decision and what they bring to the table. The intent is to have a decision, 2025, before we start this football season," she said. And there is so much rain on that in terms of future media rights, recruiting decisions, all those things. Now, that's not to say the Mountain West expansion or merger can't help happen. Just that the league has developed a bit of leverage since its latest realignment train came to a halt last summer. And if that's the case, where exactly do the Beavs and Cougs end up, if anywhere? They're essentially competing as independents in 2024. So we wait, we watch, we learn, and we get to see all of this happen in our TVs. Okay, we are at the half. It's 30 minutes past the hour, 10. We started late, but we're live. Mm. Let us see right now who the big four are in the home run derby that remain. Eight of MLB's top sluggers are taking their hacks in the 2024 home run derby. That's first baseman Pete Alonso was eliminated in the first round, halting his quest to join Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. is the only player to win the Derby three times. Alonso also won it in 2019, 2021. Alec Baum, Teoscar Hernandez, Jose Ramirez, and Bobby Witt Jr. advanced to the second round with Hernandez and Witt squaring off in the final round. So we're awake, and when they finish, I hope they finish before we go off the air so we can tell you who's winning. Okay, let's take you into more of the big stuff. We're keeping an eye on things in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. President elect, well, not president elect, but the Republican Party's great hope, Donald Trump, is there with a big bandage on his ear after an assassination attempt. He came close, very close. If he didn't turn this way, he would have been dead. Okay, folks. Uh, from Toronto comes this story. Around 300 more employees at Chorus Entertainment Inc. will lose their jobs by August, sparking reactions from Canadians about the media giant's uncertain future. After laying off nearly 500 employees by the end of May, Chorus Entertainment, the parent company of Global News and the parent company of the Global Television Network in Toronto, announced its latest earnings call on Monday that it expects to cut 25% of full-time employees by the end of August. Chorus co-chief executive officer and financial officer John Gosling said in a statement, quote, "As part of our mandate as co-CEOs, we are decisively reducing more costs and taking actions to right-size our business given the realities of our operating environment." Translation, layer fucked. Additionally, the company plans to implement changes to its programming as it continues to, quote, "aggressively cut costs," end quote, in response to regulatory and advertising revenue challenges along with licensing battles. Gosling added, quote, "We have made difficult decisions to part with certain legacy assets and are identifying additional opportunities to streamline our business with the aim of improving profitability." Since news reactions are pouring in on social media to the second round of layoffs this year for the media company and concerns about its future. One X user that's used to be Twitter said, "This is a sad day for broadcasters and broadcasting." Simon Ostler, former Global News Toronto managing editor, reacted to the news on X, saying when his position was eliminated earlier this year, he quote, "sadly suspected more layoffs would be coming," end quote. Quoting again, "The news today of 25% of positions being eliminated at Chorus Entertainment is no doubt leaving many employees feeling extremely anxious. With this 6 months behind me now, I'm happy to, if you want to talk to someone," Ostler added, offering support to those impacted by layoffs. One X, formerly Twitter user, emphasized the importance of supporting journalism by paying for reliable information. Quote, "It's time we realize that to have access to reliable information, you have to pay and support journalists. Nothing is free. Being unwilling to pay for quality journalism puts info into the hands of money concerned with profitability. Look to the South, results of journalism dying," the user said. Quote, "Perhaps it's time the Canadian media market was open to worldwide competition and a company like Chorus could partner with an American network," another ex-user said. That's former Twitter. Quote, 7 years ago, I raised the flag that outside of news and YTV, Chorus didn't actually own any IP and needed to invest in making new things. They decided to triple down on more of the same, and now, well, regarding the upcoming programming changes of Chorus, one Twitter/X user speculated that Disney might cut ties with the network. Quote, more a matter or when, not if, just wait and see Disney pull the plug on Chorus and move their programming to another network and change their deal to get their shows on Disney Plus same day as USA, the individual said. Now, starting January 1st, 2025, Chorus Entertainment will no longer air shows from Home and Garden Television, Food Network, Cooking Channel, Magnolia Network, and Oprah Winfrey's network. The company is reviewing its lifestyle channels and plans to either retire some of them or rebrand others with top-rated Canadian international programs, the company said in a statement. In June, Chorus had also announced that it was canceling popular reality TV show Big Brother Canada after 12 seasons. So, ow, you think we're having problems? It is a sad day, oh Canada. No, let's not go to the New York Times for that story. Let's see if we got anything more here. Okay, let's boom. After questions regarding their contract status, a previously thought to be free agent has now been confirmed to have re-signed to AEW, courtesy of a new report. Following spells working with the WWE, TNA, and Stardom, among others, Rachel Ellering, daughter of Paul Ellering, has since become a somewhat regular presence on ROH TV, competing in 17 matches on the brand. Following these consistent appearances, Ellering's presence on the ROH roster page was then noticed, leading to the assumption that she joined the company officially. Following this, Fightful Select were contacted via their Discord channel with an inquiry regarding Ellering's status, whether she had in fact been quietly signed to AEW without receiving an official Rachel Ellering is All Elite social media graphic. And that is the case, as Fightful Select have reported that Ellering is not only signed with AEW, but she has been for quite some time. As noted in the report, although All Elite graphics are usually used when talent such as Ellering officially signed, it's not always the case, leading to situations such as this one. Ellering's last match on AEW TV came on the July 6th episode of Rampage, where she took on former AEW Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa in a losing effort. So here we go. Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. Bob McIntyre has won the Scottish Open in a thrilling finale to bury Rory McIlroy's heartbreak. Let's see. What else has been happening around here? Well, you remember the old NBC? You remember the old NBC Burbank Studios? Well, Worth Real Estate has bought back Warner Brothers Discovery's Burbank Studios. About a year. Let's try that one more time. Thank you. Worth Real Estate has bought back Warner Brothers Discovery's Burbank Studios about a year after selling the sprawling 27-acre studio campus to the entertainment giant. Worth, Quad Rio Property Group, and Stockbridge Capital Group paid the $375 million to buy the 608,000 square foot studio and office campus back, according to property records filed with LA County. Firms announced the deal on Monday, but declined to close the price. The deal came out to about $547 a square foot. Now, as you remember, the Burbank Studios were once the home of NBC's LA studios. Excuse me. The firms won't stop there. For starters, Worth and its partners aim to build 5 new sound stages on the lot, ranging from 18,000 to 20,000 square feet each, with plans already entitled with the city. Further development will come later. Warner Brothers will lease Burbank Studios back as a primary tenant, according to the announcement. The deal marks one of the many transactions between Warner Brothers and Worth over the last 2 decades, 3 of which have involved Burbank Studios at 3000 West Alameda Avenue, the old NBC studios. In 2007, Worth and Stockbridge bought the property from NBC Universal, which used it as its headquarters, for about $250 million. Not bad. Not bad, so congratulations. Okay, we're at 10:42. Let me just get a little. Now, a little local news. In the 80s, malls across the nation were the social hubs for teens. Jackson's Westwood Mall was no different. On a typical weekend, the mall was filled with people shopping, playing video games at the arcade, grabbing a soft pretzel, or catching the latest movie. The mall was alive and the place to be, Jackson resident Lori Burton said. It was the 80s. Everybody shopped and had big hair. Its main competition was Paca Plaza, now called Jackson Crossing. Shoppers like Jackson resident Melissa Shaw thought the mall had higher quality stores back then, but the tides have now turned. Now it's kind of reversed. Since 2022, new stores have opened at Jackson Crossing, including Hobby Lobby, Planet Fitness, iMark Express, Ross, and Tropical Smoothie, with many others on the way, such as Five Guys, McAllister Deli, Burlington, and House of Umami. Meanwhile, Westwood Mall has had several stores closed during the years, including Yonkers, Christopher Banks, American Eagle Outfitters, Victoria's Secret, FYE, and Route 21, leaving the nearly 50-unit building half empty. Paca Plaza opened in 61 at 1092 Jackson Crossing Ave as an open-air shopping center offering Kroger, FW Woolworth, Sears, and more. Name was changed to Jackson Crossing in the 90s. Since 2018, the mall has been owned by New York-based investment company named Our Reality Group, and while a large retail stores have closed there during the years, including Sears, Toys R Us, and Bed Bath & Beyond, others moved in. The mall has more than 50 units, with only about 4 currently vacant. General Manager Jane Flores said current national change include TJ Maxx, Target, Hobby Lobby, Five Below, and Kohl's, and more on the way. Rhino Investment CEO Sanjeev Chopra shared a brief text message that House of Umami is expected to open soon, and construction on a Burlington store will begin shortly after that. Westwood Mall opened in 72 at 1850 West Michigan Ave, with anchor stores J.W. Knapp's and Montgomery Ward, as well as Kitty Corner, Claire's Boutique, Spencer's Gifts, Aladdin Castle, and Recordland locations. Guys and girls, the mall was full, Shaw recalled. Major retailers closed through the years, including those original anchor stores, but were replaced by JCPenney, Walmart, and Elder Beerman, which later became Yonkers. However, today, Westwood Mall is more than half empty, with a vacant anchor store after Yonkers closed in 2018, and retailers Buckle and K Jewelers opted to move to Jackson Crossing. New York-based real estate agency Cohen Retail Investment Group has owned the mall since 2021. Retail chains that remain include J.C. Penney, which is about maybe done and done, Hot Topic, Champ Sports, Maurice's, GameStop. Walmart is also nearby, but shoppers can't access it from inside the mall. During the last 2 decades, malls and brick and mortar stores have been feeling the pressure for online shopping. Yes. Uh, the strategy, such as the old Sears building in Ann Arbor's Briarwood being redeveloped into apartments, but one strategy in play at Jackson Crossing has the former Sears building being split between several new stores, including Planet Fitness, Hobby Lobby, House of Umami, and Burlington. Businesses tend to have a life, and unless you renew the brand and update it for a new generation, people are going to lose interest. Shoppers today are also attracted to higher end shopping opportunities in discount stores like TJ Maxx and Ross Dress for Less, both of which are at Jackson Crossing. Meanwhile, Westwood Mall, well, what can you say? They're trying. Okay, we're at 41 minuetes before the hora, and we have something going on. Has everything has taken a turn to the Unyawi here. Okay, let's start our sports scoreboard. Oh, let's first talk about two other things in the media. Comcast and bankrupt Diamond Sports Group have returned to the negotiating table 2.5 months after the latter's Valley Sports Regional Sports Network were pulled off the pay TV operator Xfinity TV programming grid in a carriage dispute. John Arran reported the resumption of talks via Puck News late last week. Diamond didn't immediately return media's request for confirmation that the negotiations have resumed. The 15 Valley Sports channels carried by Comcast were removed at the end of April, with Diamond Sports unwilling to cede to the cable company's demand that its RSNs be moved to the more expensive Xfinity Ultimate tier. Over the last several years, Comcast has boldly moved RSNs to higher-priced programming packages, relieving non-sports enthusiast customers of its more affordable video package. The burden of paying for channels devoted to local teams they don't care about. It's the kind of stand you make when you lose more than 2 million linear video customers in just 1 year. Diamond, meanwhile, has a hard July 29th deadline to finally present a restructuring plan to the court, its creditors and league constituents, the latter of which having expressed deep concern in recent months that Diamond is not a valuable local TV partner without the carriage support of Comcast. Attorneys for the bankrupt Sinclair Broadcasting Group subsidiary have asked the court to move the deadline for creditors and constituents to object to Diamond's restructuring plan from July 18th to July 24th. We say good luck. Okay, boys. Trying to find out some more stuff here. Um, Okay, so we have no further sports. So or entertainment news. By the way, by tomorrow, I will have my logo for the new Paramount Skydance. I've already shown you the logo they're going to use, but I think they're missing an opportunity, and I will show you why. That'll be on tomorrow's show. If there is a tomorrow, and there better be. I have no idea. Okay, let us get to the scores. If I can press the right button here. Oh, yeah, we got to report this. Okay. Let's get this to a report, and then we'll do some scores and hopefully enjoy. 1 year after Shannon Sharpe departed, Fox Sports 1's undisputed longtime co-host Skip Bayless is reportedly on his way out as well. Ryan Glasspiegel of the New York Post says Bayless is leaving his role at Undisputed after 8 years, with his final show set for later this summer. Sharpe departed Undisputed after the 2023 NBA Finals to join ESPN's First Take opposite Stephen A. Boring Ass Smith. Glasspiegel noted that Fox Sports PR declined to comment on Bayless's impending exit. After Sharpe left the show, it took a brief hiatus last summer before returning with a new format that saw Bayless acting as moderator and panelist in debates with a rotating group of panelists that included Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Irvin, Richard Sherman, Rachel Nichols, and Paul Pierce. The new iteration of the show failed to capture audiences in the way Bayless and Sharpe did during their 7-year tenure together. To make matters worse, Undisputed suffered in the ratings following the move of First Things First from early mornings to mid-afternoon following the Herd. Last people pointed out that Craig Carton's lead-in show has not yet reached the metrics that First Things First spot as the lead-in for Undisputed. Now, prior to joining Fox Sports 1, Bayless was at ESPN for 12 years and starred opposite Smith on First Take before his departure in 2016. In 2021, he reportedly signed a 4-year deal with FS1 worth $32 million. FS1 could be on the verge of losing another key personality, as Glasspiegel noted that Colin Cowherd's deal comes to an end following the 24 football season. So, wow. Fox Sports 1/Fox Sports 2 have a bit of a problem. Boy, do they ever. Anyway. Yeah, let's do this. MILB.com scores. Yay! There we go. Get your scores. Hey, Matt and Eddie, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. I'm doing okay. You just missed us, but you can still view the replay if you wish. We're having a fun day as we continue to Zim, Mazeppa, and Zoop, the little program here. No scores in AAA. How about okay, AAA. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the fifth, the ACL Mariners are leading the ACL Giants 8-3. Bottom of the sixth, ACL Angels are down 2 to the ACL Royals 2-0. Top of the seventh, ACL Diamondbacks lead the ACL Cubs 3-1. In the middle of the sixth, the ACL Rockies have a 1-run lead over ACL San Diego 3-2. ACL Texas Rangers, top of the sixth, lead the ACL Athletics 10-0. Top of the seventh, ACL Guardians losing to the ACL White Sox 8-0. Top of the sixth, ACL Dodgers and ACL Reds are tied at 7. Final scores: FCL Orioles lost to the FCL Red Sox 4-2. In the makeup of the June 25th game, the FCL Red Sox beat the FCL Orioles 12-5. In the completion of the July 2nd game, the Rockies, DSL Rockies, beat the DSL Yankees 7-3. Completion of the July 9th game, DSL Arizona Black lost to the DSL Rangers Red 9-2. Completion of the July 11th game, the FCL Astros beat the FCL Cardinals 8-3. Final in 8 innings, DCL Rockies beat the DCL New York Yankees 6-3. FCL Cardinals lost to the FCL Astros 5-2. DSL Athletics beat the DSL Braves 9-2. DSL Angels defeated the DSL Mariners 2-0. DSL Mets Blue the DSL Phillies Red 5-1. DSL Marlins defeated the DSL Rangers Blue 10-5. DSL Red Sox Red defeated DSL Padres Brown 8-3. DSL Giants Orange lost to the DSL Tigers 12-9. DSL Cardinals beat the DSL Nationals 8-4. DSL Rays beat the DSL Royals Ventura 4-0. DSL Twins lost to DSL Mets Orange 9-4. DSL Royals Fortuna defeated DSL LA Dodgers Bautista by a score of 6-3. And what in the hell happened here? What in the hell happened here?
No. Put this report up from Reuters today in an exclusive.
Okay, thank you. We'll continue here. Something has happened. I don't know what. In Milwaukee. Let's just keep going here. DSL New York Yankees Bombers lost to DSL Colorado 5-3. Final in 8 innings, DSL White Sox beat DSL Giants Black 9-7. DSL Cubs Red lost to DSL Cubs Blue 6-5. Final in 8 innings, DSL Rojos lost to DSL Reds 5-4. We got a lot of weird teams, folks. DSL Tampa Bay lost to DSL Red Sox Blue 6-2. DSL Arizona Red beat the DSL Blue Jays 10-4. DSL Cleveland Guardians defeated the DSL Brewers 8-5. DSL Padres Gold lost to DSL Brewers 6-2. DSL Tigers 2 lost to Pirates Gold, DSL 4-3. DSL Phillies White defeated DSL Miami 8-7. FCL Mets defeated FCL Marlins 8-5. FCL Braves defeated FCL Twins in 3-2. And oh boy, this is going to take us a while. So we're just going to say, go to MILB.com and you'll get the whole thing. We're going to try to bring you some scores in about a few moments. But right now, let's see. We got to do more than that. We got to bring you some scores from other games. I think they're taking a break.
And attendees shuffling out of the convention space as looks like the rain is coming down outside of the Pfizer Forum. We've seen a lot of lightning in the sky.
Okay, so it looks like we take a look at the weather map supplied to us by Fox Weather. And it looks like some severe weather is hitting the Milwaukee area, and they have just sounded the alert sirens to vacate the facility down there. So it looks like the first night of the convention for the Republican Party is over for now. But we got to complete our party, and so here we go. And unfortunately, there are no games to report on as we have a break in baseball, except for what am I trying to say here? Minor leagues. So we're going to have to do all that and a lot more on tomorrow. So thank you. Doing well. Currently streaming with my friends at the moment. That's very well and good. Gotta say one thing. Can we pop up to see what went on? Okay, so we don't know what's going on. It's weather related. I do know that. So day one has concluded. Beyond that, that's about it. For us, we have no scores to give you, but we will tomorrow. So we say this to you in all honesty. Thank you all for joining us. We got about 4 minutes, but we're going to cut it here. And we will see you tomorrow night, God willing, here at 10 o'clock, where things will be explained, we hope. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a great night. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with... Well, actually, we did that wrong. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network. Either way is right, but we got it right there. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Good night. God bless. We love you.